Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today I am inviting you to spend the day with me as I work from home. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am a full-time working mom. I have 2 kids, and in these types of videos, I just like to take you with me along on my day. You can see what I get accomplished, and I always start out the day by waking up super early. I am definitely a morning person. I would definitely choose to go to bed early and get up early if I had my choice, and I do like to get up early and get showered before I start my workday at 6:30. I've been trying to just put really minimal makeup on and give my skin a rest, especially when I don't have to go out of the house. Next, I am going to go downstairs and start my coffee. You get that rabbit. Get it. Did you get that squirrel? Get him. Come on. Let's go. Come on, let's go outside. Now I'm just going to get some lunches packed for my kids. I normally try and do this the night before, but I was apparently very lazy and did not get that done. I was actually tired and ended up going to bed early, but I am just going to make them some sandwiches today. So I'm doing some turkey, and for my son Connor, he likes mustard and cheese, and my daughter Kira just likes pepperoni on hers. Okay, so I packed the kids' lunch up. Connor is taking a turkey sandwich with cheese and mustard. He's got some Pringles, some Teddy Grahams, a juice pouch, and some strawberries. And Kira is taking the same thing, except I put the cheese on the side in cheese cube form. She's got strawberries, also some Pringles. I gave her the rest of these chocolate covered nuts because she likes those, and a juice pouch. Now it's about 8 a.m. and it's time for Murphy's morning meal. We've been trying out the dog food from Ollie and we really like it, and Murphy really likes it too. And now I'm on to my second cup of coffee for the morning, and I'm just going with a simple Pike Place from the Keurig with some half and half, and I'm going to get back to work. My car is scheduled for an oil change today, and the awesome thing is that I can just park it in the driveway and leave the keys in it, and they'll come pick it up and then bring it back when it's done. And that, my friends, is awesome. All right, so different day, same breakfast. I'm again having my meal prep bowl that I love so much. So I cooked these hash browns this weekend and just portioned them out into meal prep containers. And then these are some egg bites that I meal prepped. These actually came out of the freezer, so you can heat them up in the microwave from the freezer. The texture is a little bit different, but it doesn't bother me. And then I have some cottage cheese, and it's about 9:30 right now, and that's the time I normally eat breakfast, regardless of whether I'm working from home or at work. I get up really early, but I cannot eat that early. There's just no way I can eat that early. So I've had my coffee and I'm gonna eat this and get back to work. All right, it's coffee time, and we're gonna try an experiment with the cold brew pumpkin cream foam Starbucks copycat. I can't freaking talk. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this Starbucks cold brew. I got this at the grocery store this weekend. It's just the black unsweet. You could use sweetened if you want. I don't really prefer super sweet coffee. And then what I'm gonna do is mix together some of this Silk pumpkin spice almond creamer with just, this is from Home Chef, but I didn't cook the recipe. So this is just like some half and half. and then I'm gonna add a little bit of pureed pumpkin and cinnamon. And we're gonna see how this works. So I have a recipe. I'm only gonna add a little bit, like maybe like that. I have a recipe for the Starbucks pumpkin syrup, and I wanna make it. I don't know, I was gonna make it this weekend and then I just didn't. But maybe I'll make it tonight if I have time, I don't know. So I'm doing about half and half, or you could do milk or oat milk or whatever, and then half of this creamer. This creamer is really sweet, so that's why I kind of like to thin it with regular cream. And I'm gonna sprinkle just a tiny little bit of cinnamon in there. And I'm gonna shake it up. What do you guys think? Are you scared for me? Okay, let's smell it. Smells good. Okay, so here's the cold frother that I use. It's from Nespresso. I will leave a link for it down below. It is one of my greatest purchases of all time. I'm just gonna pour some of this in there. And then if you hold down the button instead of just pushing it once, it will turn blue, and that is a cold froth. Okay, so this did not froth up like I thought it would, but I think that's because there's pumpkin in there and I didn't cook it down. So I think we'll have to try plan B, which is the syrup recipe that I found online. So pour your cold brew in, and you want to put this in a glass that has like you're not going to drink it through a straw, because the point is that you want to drink it through the foam, even though this is not going to be very foamy. Oh, that looks delightful. I'll add a little bit more. All right. If you hear construction noises, it's because they're working on digging up the road outside. So cheers. Cheers to fall. Not right. I mean, I'm gonna drink it because I'm not gonna waste good coffee. The sweetness is good, like the sweetness level is good. The pumpkin flavor is not coming through for me. All right, we'll try again later. This is the recipe that I was talking about. It's from Top Secret Recipes, and basically it's the pumpkin spice syrup copycat. So it's water, sugar, pumpkin puree, pumpkin pie spice, salt, sweetened condensed milk, and vanilla. And then you kind of like cook all that down together into a syrup and then refrigerate it. So maybe if I have time today, I'll make that later after work. The other thing I was gonna say too, you know, is when you get the pumpkin spice cold foam, cold brew from Starbucks, it's like neon orange. And I think when you're like eating or drinking, you know, colored things like that, it kind of makes your mind think that it tastes more pumpkin-y than it really is, you know what I mean? So maybe I need to work on that too, add some food dye.
Okay, so now it's about 12:30 and it's time for lunch. I'm going to heat up some frozen falafel from Trader Joe's in the air fryer. Those turned out really good. If you're looking for a shortcut for falafel, I would recommend them. And I'm going to put these into sort of like a Mediterranean type bowl with some romaine lettuce. So I'm going to get that washed up. Sometimes I do prep my produce during the weekend, or a lot of times I do, but on this day I didn't have it prepped, so it only really took me about 10 minutes to put this together. And I really like to try and eat salads, especially when I'm home, because it's something I can throw together really quick and it's pretty healthy. So I sliced up some red onions and some cherry tomatoes and some cucumber. All of this was just sitting in my produce drawer in the fridge. Salads are a great way to use up odds and ends of what you have hanging around in your fridge. I also added some feta cheese and some of that romaine lettuce. I'm pouring just a little bit of Greek vinaigrette dressing over the top, adding some black olives. And then I also thought that hummus would be really good in here, so I added a dollop of that and my falafel, and that was my lunch for today.
Guess what UPS just delivered? You know what it is? It's like lighter than I thought it would.
Yeah, they're not heavy.
How do you know?
People say it on YouTube. I'm sorry that I watch people's YouTube videos. I apologize.
It's got a little dent in it.
Yeah.
Mine would have a dent in it, of course.
A YouTuber that I used to watch, she like decorated her play button because she's like kind of like an arts and crafts YouTuber.
Yeah.
And like it fell off her wall.
They're like, this is for your janky air fryer donuts. You get a play button with a dent in it.
I thought those were good.
Yeah, they pretty were good.
They were sweet, but they were like really sweet, but they were good.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. So I'm in the drive-through line at Starbucks because, you know, even when I work from home, I gotta go after work and get my Starbucks. Actually, no. So my birthday free drink was on my account today, which is weird because today's not my birthday, but somehow they must have it messed up in my account, or I put in the wrong birthday or something when I registered. I have no idea. But anyway, I'm getting myself a pumpkin cream cold brew, and can you believe that dang silver play button is dented? I mean, I can, because that's the kind of stuff that happens to me. There's an email address on there. It says you can email if it was damaged in shipping, which looks like it might been what have happened, but it's too funny. Okay, after this, we're gonna go home and make supper. I am making a skinny taste recipe tonight, and it is stroganoff meatballs, and I think I'm gonna do it in the Instant Pot and make some pasta and some veggies and some bread on the side. I should actually probably request it with no cinnamon on top, because I feel like I don't like this cinnamon trashing up the top of my pumpkin brew cold foam. I cannot say this name of this coffee for the freaking life of me. All right, so I'm gonna get started on my meatballs. So in this bowl, I have a pound of ground pork, some panko breadcrumbs. The recipe calls to put sauteed onions in there, but I don't really care for that, so I just use some onion powder, garlic powder. There's some dried parsley in there, salt and pepper. I'm gonna crack an egg in, and then I'm going to use the Instant Pot method for this recipe. I'll link this recipe down below so you guys can recreate it. It's a winner. We've had it many times before. So I'm gonna saute these in the Instant Pot, and then I'll show you how to make the sauce.
One thing I definitely love about making meals in the Instant Pot is that it has a saute function, so you're not dirtying a bunch of dishes if you have a recipe that calls for sauteing something and then slow cooking it. And this recipe is great if you have a family to feed because it makes quite a bit. You can stretch it pretty far. I would say even this recipe with 1 pound of ground meat can stretch out to feed probably 6 people, because you're also going to serve it with buttered pasta, and it's great for picky eaters because there aren't a lot of exotic flavors in it as well.
All right, so this is the sauce, and it works best if you make it in the blender. So what is in here, and it sounds weird, but just bear with me, is sour cream. There is also some water and some beef bouillon, or you could use beef broth. There is flour, tomato paste, Worcestershire, paprika. And so what I'm gonna do is blend this up, and then we'll pour it over the meatballs in the Instant Pot and cook it for 10 minutes. So I did go ahead and turn off the Instant Pot, otherwise it will burn. So I'm gonna pour the sauce in here, and I double the sauce recipe because I wanna make sure I have like enough sauce. I do that for a lot of things when I make recipes. Okay, I'm gonna put the lid on, and then we're gonna do just manual pressure for 10 minutes. In this skillet slash pot, I have some broccoli and cauliflower. Now I washed this up this weekend, so that is something that I tried to do on the weekends, just because then all you have to do during the week is cook it up. You don't have to worry about washing it, cutting it, everything like that. So I steamed this most of the way, and then I'm going to turn it down to low. I put some butter in there, and then I'm just going to let that kind of steam through the rest of the way. And I've got some water boiling. So normally with this recipe, I would probably do egg noodles, but I don't have any on hand, and I'm trying to use up a lot of the pasta that's in my pantry. So I'm going to use this gemelli, and it's not coming out of the jar. But that's fine. You can use any pasta that you have. It'll all work just fine. Here's the bread that I've been liking to make. So I've been getting this from Imperfect Foods. It is from the Essential Baking Company. This is the Italian loaf. It's just plain bread. There's no butter on it or anything. But all you do is take it out of the package, and then you put it in your oven on the rack and bake it for like 10 minutes, and it turns out really like hot and delicious. So I'm gonna bake that. My pasta is just finishing up, so I'll put some butter on that, and then almost ready to eat.
Okay, so I'm just going to get my pasta drained, and then I will toss that with some butter. You could also use olive oil if you wanted. And then while the meatballs are finishing cooking in the Instant Pot, of course, I'm going to multitask. That's how we get anything done in the kitchen, right? So I'm finishing loading up the dishwasher. I'm gonna go ahead and start that. And then I also had a couple of things I wanted to hand wash. Definitely one tip I have for you, and you've heard me say this if you've watched a lot of my videos, but always hand wash your chef's knife. Nothing will dull a knife faster than putting it in the dishwasher.
That's hot. All right, so here are the meatballs. The sauce thickened up really well, and some of the meatballs fell apart, but that's fine. I'm glad I doubled the sauce because I feel like if I didn't, it would be hardly any.
All right, so this was our dinner tonight. Meatballs with buttered noodles, some broccoli and cauliflower, and some of that fresh bread. No complaints, and it was delicious.
Connor, let's come to your spelling list. Come on.
Your mom, I tell you what, you better listen.
I am listening.
Sit down.
I'm listening.
You don't listen.
I'm listening.
Okay, ready?
Okay, ready.
Around. I like to be around my friends. Number 2, be. Be all that you can be in the Army. Don't push so hard.
Like that?
We'll do the other ones tomorrow.
Why?
Next.
Help! Need some friends. Help!
Help.
Alexa, play Help by the Beatles.
Help. Okay, the next word is or.
So after I helped Connor with his spelling homework, I had a few more things that I wanted to prep for the next day. So I had some peaches that were pretty ripe. I wanted to get those cut up and into a container. As long as I have fruit in the fridge cut up, everyone will eat it. It just makes it so much easier to not waste produce that way. And I also wanted to make some tuna salad for the next couple days for my lunch. Mine is super simple. I just use the tuna that's packed in water. You can use regular tuna or white albacore. I mix that with some mayo, relish, and salt and pepper, and that's it.
Okay, so it's currently 8:45 p.m. and I got most of the stuff cleaned up down in the kitchen, and I have been working on finishing editing and posting my very final video of Vlogust. Cue the cheers. Yay! I have worked so hard this month to get a video up every single day, and I feel like what I'm gonna do in September now is sleep. No, I'm just kidding. But really, it has been super duper fun, and I always love a good challenge, like posting a video every day. I talked about doing Vlogtober, which would be a video every day in October, and I might do that. I'll have to think about that. But for sure, I'm gonna do Vlogmas in December. So, and usually in the month of December, I take a little bit of time off, so it's easier for me, you know, since I'm kind of on vacation from work. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing, and the kids took baths, and I got some food prepped. As you saw earlier, I did get, I was gonna make tuna salad this weekend for a couple lunches this week, but I didn't get that done. But I got it done tonight, so that's good. So I think I'm in good shape. I'm trying to figure out if I want to just go to bed early, or if I want to maybe stay up and read or listen to an audiobook. I don't know. What am I gonna do with myself? Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll share some cards with you guys that I got from my P.O. box. That's what I'll do once I get the kids in bed. Maybe I'll get my pajamas on, wash my face, and then I'll share that with you. But I do want to say a sincere thank you so much. If you are a subscriber, and if you follow me, and if you watch my videos, and you comment. And I started doing YouTube 7 years ago as a paper crafter, not really thinking at all that it would go anywhere or that I would make any money or anything. That's not why I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it to, you know, share my creativity. And now, you know, my channel has changed a little bit, changed directions, but I feel so incredibly lucky and grateful that I can share my love of cooking with all of you, and my journey as, you know, a working mom outside the home, because I know a lot of times those of us here on YouTube can be hard to find. So really all of the thanks goes to you guys for supporting me, and I'm gonna have to decide whether or not I'm gonna email the creator support and ask them to send me a new plaque, because it's dented. And I feel like a dented plaque is just a little bit apropos for 2020. So I'm thinking, you know what, maybe I'll just keep it, and it'll be a good reminder of the crap year this has been for all of us. All right, so I just washed my face. You guys, I have done it. I have made the closest thing I have ever made to a pumpkin spice latte at home. So I will link the recipe that I use down below. This is in a Hard Rock Cafe glass. It's pretty on point. So I'll tell you what I did, but I can also make a video about this in detail. So basically it's cold brew coffee, and yes, I know it's 9:45. I'm sorry. So it's cold brew coffee, although it looks a little bit mixed up because I had to pour it into a larger glass. And then the foam is just milk. You can use what, like, you can use cream or milk or whatever. cold froth it, and then I made this pumpkin spice copycat syrup that I was telling you about. So I actually used monk fruit sweetener. So except for the sweetened condensed milk, this is sugar-free. What? I know. I'm like so excited. So I'm sure you guys really don't want to hear me talk about coffee all day, every day, but okay. So I wanted to share with you a couple things I got from my P.O. box. I just have 4 cards, so I'm going to share that with you. I just got done washing my face. Once you start doing your skincare every single night, you will not be able to go to bed without washing your face. It just feels so like refreshing. Then you put your serums on and your moisturizer. I love it. Let me know if you guys want an updated like nighttime skincare routine. I don't know, I feel like I made one maybe a few weeks ago, but I feel like I've refined my routine a little bit. So, okay. So this first card is from Carrie and Eddie, and they live in Indiana, and they sent Connor a birthday card. Isn't that cute? For a special 8-year-old. Hope you have an amazing birthday. Love, Carrie and Eddie. Thank you, Carrie and Eddie, so much for sending this. When I showed Connor his birthday cards that he got, he was very touched by that, and he's very thankful. He's in bed right now, so he can't say thank you, but I will tell you thank you from him. So thank you so much for being thoughtful. And it means a lot to me that you all are so kind to my kids too, because there are people out there that are not kind even to kids. And so it means a lot to me when you guys do nice things and say nice things about my kids. This next card is from Candy, and she sent this cute card, and I think she put a little 8 sticker on it too, and it says, Connor, hope you're all fired up and ready for fun. Happy 8th birthday, Candy. Thank you, Candy. So I will have Connor write out some thank you notes, hopefully in the next week or so, and get those back out to you. And this next card I thought was super cute. It says, happy 2020 birthday. The year, I can't read backwards, the year the bin went out more than you. That's true. Jen, so sorry this card is late, but the mail service is slow right now. When I saw it on Etsy, I thought of you and Adam. I knew it was the perfect birthday card for you. If you guys don't know, my birthday was in August also. So this is from Megan. I hope I'm saying your name right. In North Carolina. She said, I hope you're feeling better. Remember to take a few extra minutes a day for rest. Thank you so much for the work you do in healthcare and on YouTube. You are very inspiring. And remember, you have an online family. Always happy birthday. Take care and be safe, Megan. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I'll be sending you a thank you card back soon. Actually, I have a pile of cards and gifts here that I need to work on thank you notes throughout the week. If you guys send me something, if you send me a card, and please don't feel like you need to send me things at all. I enjoy making cards and sending cards, and I've always been a paper crafter and a card maker, and so it's really fun for me. Even though I can't send a handmade card to everyone, I do like to send a handwritten thank you note to everyone that sends me something. So that's really something that's important to me, and even if it takes me weeks, I will get one back to you, I promise. It's just sometimes it takes me a while. And this last letter is from Erin in Maryland. It says, Jen, my name is Erin. I'm a big fan of your channel. I've been watching your videos for over a year, and they've definitely made a huge difference in my life. I've always struggled with body image and self-esteem issues, and your meal prep and recipe videos have made a huge difference in my life. I was sorry to hear about your hard day that you had with your family. I can empathize. You did the right thing in choosing to distance yourself from the negativity. Thank you for being a frontline worker and for working to keep everyone safe. I support you in your happiness. Stay safe and stay awesome. Love, Erin. Thank you so much, Erin. That is very kind of you. Yeah, I've talked at length about this before, you know, about myself and being you know, sort of like on social media and online and being like, you know, a plus size person or whatever. And I mean, I haven't always been a confident person. in my body. But the older I get, the more that I find that it is more important for me to not hold myself back because of that. I mean, would I be happy if I lost 20 or 30 pounds? Sure. Would I be happier than I am now? No. Losing weight does not make you happy. Just like, you know, money doesn't make people happy. Losing weight doesn't make you happy either. I mean, losing weight may make some things easier, you know, and you may find some more happiness in certain things. You know, having more money makes things easier in some respects, but it's not a magic pill for happiness at all. And I want y'all to know that. Don't wait to live your life until you lose that 30 pounds. Don't wait to be happy until you lose that 30 pounds. Yeah, that would be my advice. And, you know, yes, people have given me grief and said mean things about my weight, and that's a lot of the reason why I have some of my comments filtered. And so sometimes I get questions about like why people's comments aren't showing up. I mean, people will like DM me. Actually, I just got a direct message on Facebook last week saying that their comment, that I liked everyone's comment except for theirs or something like that, which it's not like I single people out. The reality is that I physically can't get to everyone's comment, and I wish I could, but I'm sorry, I can't. I try, you know, what I do is when I first post the video, like within the first couple hours, I try to respond and like as many of the comments as I can, but you know, I'm getting anywhere between 200 and 400 comments a day. There's just no way I can do that. And I do have certain words and phrases blocked. And so if you inadvertently say one of those words and phrases, even if the intent is not to be, you know, unkind to me, some of those comments go into a folder and I don't see them. The other thing too is that YouTube will filter out certain phrases. You know, there's algorithms that look at these things, and there are often comments in there that I don't know why that they got blocked. The thing is that if you leave a comment and there's a blocked word in it, you can still see the comment. So as you're scrolling through, you can still see your own comment, but no one else can see it and I can't see it. And I have to be in a certain headspace to wade into the held comments folder, and sometimes I don't even go into that folder because quite honestly, there's just mean, unkind things in there. And I have to protect myself from that. So I hope you understand that. And if you really need to get a hold of me or ask me a question, the best place to do that is Instagram. You can direct message me. I try as much as possible to keep up with my direct messages there. That's probably the best place. The comments are very hard for me to manage, unfortunately. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. But thank you guys so much for coming along with me on my day today. Thank you guys for sending me letters and cards to my P.O. box. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Good night and bye.